Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to be sharing about what we can to allow that feeling of the unified self, the brain, the mind, the heart, the electromagnetic field of the heart, which can be sensed 3 to 6 feet out from the body, and the gut, the enteric nervous system, that has 5 times more neural connections than the entire spine. These three energy centers are also called the upper, middle, and lower dantian, and I see them as all held within the body, and all of that held within the spirit. And that unified self, that's what I call the unified self, can be in communication with my more isolated ego of I am just Lucia, moving through the world, and not necessarily being fully in tune and in touch with that unified self. So when I want to ask a question of not just my isolated ego, but connecting the mind with the heart and with the gut, that is very intelligent, it's called the second brain, inside of the body, all held by spirit, I might need some tools to help me to get a clear answer. So this is just one of a couple tools that we give as options within the course, and it's called Lean Forward, Lean Back. Very simple. So the way that I use this tool is I start by asking a very simple question. And when we play these kind of psychic intuitive games, especially at first, we want to be asking questions that we're not fully invested in. So I don't want to say, like, should I go to that concert with my friends? If I really want to. And likewise, I shouldn't say, like, should I, if I'm lactose intolerant, should I eat this cheese? If I kind of know that probably I shouldn't, or I kind of know that probably I should, one way or another. So we start with simple questions that are truly a toss up that we're not emotionally invested in. Um, should I wear a skirt today? Should I wear sandals? Things that don't really matter. Should I go read this book on the porch right now? Right? Things that it would be okay if you did and it'd be okay if you didn't. All right. So you've got your question. Now, I'm going to ask my question. For example, should I wear a skirt today? And I'm going to hold the question in my hands. Just imagine holding the question in my hands, whatever that looks like or feels like for you. Maybe it's written on a piece of paper. Maybe it has energy. Maybe you're holding it. Space or time. Just take a moment to do that. And then what's going to happen is you're going to ask the question deliberately for one moment after taking a breath and clearing the mind, and then see if the body leans back gently or leans forward gently. And I do this a lot. I tried to strategically pause my audio because there's a big truck, but it just parked like right in front of my house, so that's okay. I do this a lot, like if I'm holding food and I'm like, should I eat this food? And my body, like my literal gut and my taste buds and my mind and my heart, all flowing with this life force energy inside of my physical body, literally has something to say about whether or not I should eat this muffin or whatever it is. And or I'll be standing in the supermarket and I'll be like, should I buy carrots today? And my body has an intelligence that can weigh in and say, oh, you know, just lean back a little bit. I say, okay, cool. And then, and that's really just a little taste of it. So when we begin to do that consistently, recommended is like 3 times a day. That's what I recommend for people. Really little things, things that aren't important, do it 3 times a day. What that begins to cultivate, this is the most important part, is a relationship of trust between the isolated ego, which is nothing wrong with that. It's very important to have an ego so that we can move through the world and interact in cognizance, and the unified self, mind, heart, body, spirit, gut. So the relationship of trust between those two entities is established when we ask a question, listen for an answer, receive the answer consciously, follow through on the guidance. It literally creates the neural connection of I can trust myself. I can listen to myself. Okay? And so it's very important in those moments that for me, like right now, I got the guidance, should I wear a skirt? My body leans back a little bit, just now when I did it. And so I'm actually gonna not wear a skirt today. Even though I'm not really invested either way and I could choose to just wear a skirt, I'm gonna not. And the reason I'm gonna not is to build that neural connection of I listen, I ask the question, I listen, I consciously comprehend, and I follow through. And that really will help me throughout my entire life as I try to set goals for myself and follow through on them. Because what I'm teaching my brain and my body, my unified self, and my isolated ego is that I can keep a promise that I make to myself. And that's extremely powerful as we learn to follow the yes. So thank you for watching this short video today, and I'm very excited to be in touch with you and to talk more about this if you're interested in the course. So enrollment is opening on Monday. I'm so excited, and it's going to be open for 2 weeks. So during that time, I'll be talking to people. We're going to have discovery calls. I'm offering free breakthrough sessions for people so we can talk about you and talk about where you're at and how I may be able to help you if we're a good fit and if we should commit to this course together. And if we're not a good fit, I'll recommend you to other people that I know, other resources that I have that can help you at where you're at. So thank you. I look forward to speaking if you feel called to that, and I hope you have a beautiful day.